on space engineers. Thanks for tuning in. Arkane Infinity here. We're just going to take a look at a couple of creations from the workshop, some amazing creations. Let's just get right into it. It's going to be a long one. All right, let's take a look at our first creation. All right, we're not on the planet today because everything that we're putting on center stage today is a space dwelling, so there's no sense. Now, this first creation is called the Light Transport Shuttle Skipper. Now, it's a small ship, 1,845 blocks. Before we go in there, just take a look at the outside. This thing is pretty nice. It is a puddle jumper, if you know the term. The neck looks really nice and capable. I really enjoy the design. The design is really nice. And it being a small ship, it doesn't have gravity. So, I don't know. I wish they King would make a small ship gravity generator. Nice. So you close the outside door, then you can close this inside door. Now, I like the little greeblies they got going in here. I mean, you have weapon storage right here. Ooh, because there's no gravity, you get those little jitter things, which is not good. And we have storage right there in the floor. So as soon as you come in, you can drop off all your wares. Speakers, all types of stations. It's designed really nice. And it's definitely a transport. We have seats for 4. And this is cool. It has lighting. So we can change the lighting to blue or something more serene. I like the blue. That's more of a Starfleet feel to it. And we have 2 co-pilot seats that are tucked in nicely, as well as more lights, I guess. Let's see what that is. Antenna block. So you have the antenna on that one and the connector on that side. And this is our pilot seat. Has the time on one side, navigation, ship readouts. Let's hop in. So yeah, it has really good view, as you can see. It's just a small ship transporter. Take a look on the outside. And it does come with a Gatling turret on the top, as well as 2 slaves to the pilot on the front. Landing gear, connector, and it's basically hydrogen thruster. Great placement of lights. It's all modless. It does, however, come with a couple DLCs. So let's do this proper. It's the Light Transport Shuttle Skipper. It's created by High Velocity Pineapple. It only requires the Decorative Pack number 2. And the description reads, the Skipper is a light transport vehicle that has passenger seating for 4 people as well. As a secondary and tertiary co-pilot seating, the Skipper uses 100% hydrogen for locomotion and capable of landing on all planetary bodies. I can attest to that. I've tested it out. It's pretty fun. In the rear of the vessel, a hinged door covers the primary entrance. Going inside, first to reveal a small storage area, as we've seen, which has cargo access, vents, weapons locker, and LCD interfaces. Following the small barriers separated by the interior of the ship, you will find 4 main seats, passengers seating for 2 button panels. The port activates daytime interior lighting for comfy orange, and the starboard activates a nighttime interior lightly soft blue. The cockpit of the vessel completely exposed to the passengers as a 2-sided seat accommodations with provided viewports that allow for easy visual and dual engine pod as well as Gatling defense cannons. The Skipper is a very competent ship. I'd say it's something that you can spawn into your survival, and it will do good to get you off planet, on planet, and move around and just defend while transporting. Like it says, it's a light transport shuttle. Well, take this baby on a little stroll here. very maneuverable. Let's navigate around an asteroid. So let's just say a scenario. We're being chased by someone and we need to navigate our way through these asteroids. It would do the job. It would do the job of us putting a dip around the asteroid and then pulling a whip around to shoot someone. It's really good. It's not bad for all hydrogen. It's really not bad. Yeah, it's competent. It's competent. It's a very competent shuttle. It's something I would, yeah. I don't want to overload you with things to load up, but this is one I would definitely recommend. It's very competent. The high velocity pineapple actually put really hard work into this. You can tell on the way it flies, the way it operates. Very good design. You even have a little ground view for when landing, so it's up to you. But this is, yeah, so far really good. Let's move on to the next one. So what we have here are the Type 11A Shuttle Copernicus. And I'm just jiggling and dancing because I'm happy to see. And they have the symbols on the outside, the Copernicus right there. We're going to take a tour on the inside, but it is wow factor. It's wow factor. I mean, it's, when you look at it, it's just, I mean, there are no rounded parts in Space Engineers as much as, you know, people would want them to be. They're mods, but it looks nice. I mean, the gribblies and everything are all put in a proper place. What do we have here? Oh, wow. Yeah, the whole thing, the design. You see the colors? They kept with the color scheme of the Star Trek theme. The light grays and off-whites, metallics. It's automatic doors as well. They have a connector at the bottom and a glass floor for the pilot seats apparently. And thrusters everywhere because, well, Space Engineers. This is just a painted metal here. These blue ones on the outside, they just painted to have the look, and these are red. But it works. So, well, we're being invited in. Let's go in, take a look. Now, small ship, no gravity. So, give me a second to get myself placed on the ground. There we go. And so, you know, we have transport for 6 people, for what it looks like. Pilot and co-pilot seats, various controls, and it looks as though they using the LCARS menu. I mean, we have the Star Trek layout there. It's actually pretty nice. Well, at least the Starfleet layout. So let's take a grab in a seat, and I see we have a HUD that shows power usage and speed. Nice. A little readout for the ship itself. Diagram. The controls. Yeah. Now visuals. It has somewhat limited view, but you can still see pretty well. It has a ground view, so you can see when landing on surfaces. Let's pop on the outside. Okay. Yeah, so we can obviously see that there are internal thrusters someplace where we can't see them. But it does move. Look like as though it's hydrogen thruster powered, so I don't have to speed. Now, I will say, right now, before you get your hopes up, it does not have any weapons. It's a weaponless ship. But then again, it is just a Type 11 shuttle, if you know anything about Star Trek. Now, let's go down the list here. It's a Type 11 shuttle called Copernicus, created by ZEO CMF. Now, it requires the Spark of Future, Frostbite, Wasteland, Economy Deluxe, and Decorative Pack 2 DLCs. So this one's a pretty big boy here. The Copernicus is a take on the hybrid Type 11 and the runabout design variant A, which those who know Star Trek can say, well, yeah, it does look like a runabout. It's amazing. It has a complete feel of Star Trek, to tell you the truth. It has the 100% feel. If the last one gave you the feeling of Stargate, this will give you just the feeling of Star Trek. And I'm going to crash it before I get to enjoy flying it. No, because it's a Star Trek vehicle and it flies amazingly. Look at that. No weapons, so we're just trying to escape from getting blown up. Now, it's modless, but he does recommend getting the Star Trek weapons pack. I would suggest that as well. I use the Star Trek weapon pack when I'm just tooling around. It is an amazing weapon pack to put on ships. It's survival ready, Atmos and space ready. Let's see, it has a transporter survival kit. It has a correct pivot for a grid projector, a connector, emergency parachutes, and the remote G menu for the front camera. But other than that, that's the Type 11 Shuttle A, Copernicus, and it handles nice for an all hydrogen based, non-armed ship. Let's crash it. Psych, this thing's too fast for that. If you do want me to crash ships, let me know. But right now we're just reviewing them. So let's go on to the next one. Here we are again, swaying in the moonlight, waiting for our next creation to pop up. Well, this one's going to be pretty interesting. I haven't had a previous look at it yet, so we'll be exploring it together at the same time. And so I give to you the RSF Endurance. The RSF Endurance, created by Trav, T-R-A-V, requires a Wasteland DLC. Hey, there's a name, Endurance. Roll credits. So, well, this was pretty nice. It looks nice. It looks like a space shuttle with the color and design. Windows. I mean, the Delta Wing configuration is classic. You almost can never go wrong with a Delta Wing configuration. And it seems to have the thermal pads for re-entry, like a shuttle. I wonder if there are any landing gear. There's a connector on there. Clearly hydrogen thrust. I don't necessarily see any weapons. Nice, nice. All right. Well, the description reads, I kid you not, said, hey, bored, so I built this. A space shuttle that looks semi-realistic, no weaponry, but flies okay. The exterior was kind of inspired by the Atlas shuttle, interplanetary transport. No mods for creative mode. Now he says it's both stupid and smart compared to the other things that he's made. It only has hydrogen thrust and electricity comes from the batteries and engines. Not much consumption anyway. No reactors. It carries a stupid amount of fuel though. Probably enough for a few space launches from Earth and survival sometimes. The wings are for decoration. There is nothing inside. To be honest, all of its function parts are housed inside the nose. And the rest of the plane is pretty much wasted space. This is what you could come up with when you're bored. We were granted access. Oh, it has a very interesting airlock system. Yeah, it has a very interesting airlock system. It truly is an airlock system. All right. Okay. Wow. He interacted with that from such a far distance. All right. So it is apparently a small ship. There's a cryopods there, little windows. Huh, those are lights. And that's the airlock. You know, it would be nice to have that text on the outside. But it is a ship that was made of boredom. Click that's emergency lights. Yes. So we have a co-pilot seat there. And oh. Yeah, that's why we need small ship gravity generators. Because just on that ledge, it'll just tip me up like this. What's going on? All right, let's hop in the seat. On-screen display. With, oh, do you see that? It lets you know your angle in 3D space, Cartesian coordinates. I like that. Acceleration, speed, all the pertinent information you'd need. Ship layout as well. Now, as you can see, as I painfully can see, very limited view, like a space shuttle. We have upward view, side view, and just forward. And hopefully the co-pilot can help us out. And yeah, we're testing these around asteroids because we want to make sure that these bad boys can really fly. And I'd say there's nothing wrong with the endurance. The endurance is actually really nice. Maneuverable, flight ready, an insane amount of hydrogen thrusters. Whoa. Yeah. So it's going to cost you a lot in fuel, but if you want something for the aesthetic of looking like a space shuttle, but having that more futuristic design, this is the one to go for. It's really nice, actually. I mean, I know you were bored there, buddy, but it looks really nice. Flies really nice. It conveys the feel of a space shuttle, maybe 30 years from now. All right. Well, we're not going to take all day. Let's move on to the next one. It's a pretty big one, and I think everyone's going to really enjoy this next creation. Let's check it out. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the Cascade Shipyard. Now, before we get into the description or anything, let's take a look at this thing. This is a shipyard. Oh, flying away. So there's a place to build your ships. Now, I had a brief walk around just to get an idea of what we're dealing with here. The outward design is definitely industrial, working factory look. It is amazing, actually. With these refinery tubes, you have assemblers and refineries everywhere. The designs are perfect. The metal looks like metal. It is truly a shipyard. Now you have a landing bay there, a landing bay there. Has the classic H that you should have on all landing bays. Kills me when I see people with a landing pad and they don't have an H on the actual landing pad. What's going on here? This one has connecting. That's a free landing one. And it seems as though that's a landing building here, and it has two sides. There's containers for fuel right there. An outward walking gantry, which is insane. You can walk around on the outside. Big command center, basically, right? Swing around here to the other side. We have these two landing pads with connectors, and there seems to be a control station for that landing bay. Little gantries for walking on the outside. Again, this is insane. And we have I guess you could say a temporary or a mock ship for constructing right here already. Looks like one of those standard ships, the blue or the red. Well, it's a blue one, definitely. Yeah, the standard blue ship that's in the vanilla game. All right, so it's the Cascade Shipyard. No mods. It's created by Warwolf. Requires Decorative Pack 2, Frostbite, Wasteland DLC, Sparks of Future DLC, Decorative Pack 1, and Style Pack. So this one's a beefy boy, but as you can see, it requires it. It definitely does. Now, I do believe this station has gravity, so yes. And landing pad 1 and 2 is where we'll start. Now, there's a control panel here to open them up from the outside. Pretty cool. Now, we also have a way in, the hangar airlock. We'll go right in. And all of the doors are on a timer and airlock. So, so you have all of the things you need for when you land in here. You have a little area to drop off all your equipment, get a new suit, check in. Here's the landing area. Nice and decorated too. Look, it's hangar 1 cycle, right? And then you can cycle hangar 2, I believe, over here. They're on the timer as well. So it'll open up for a set time and then it'll close. Cool windows. The aesthetic in this thing is insane. Look at all the little dibbly doos they got everywhere. It's oh man. And then the coloring on all this stuff, it's spot on. Cargo. And see, now the doors are closing. If you didn't get in here and land, and that's on you. And your connector for your ship to refuel, drop off any things you pick up. And that's our landing airlock hangar bay. So we go through here, more storage. And this is assembly bay 2. Hangar bay 1. And so this is basically all this equipment is what you'll be using to assemble your stuff here. These are all connected out throughout. You drop off all your equipment here. It just tells you what you have. And then little control stations. And this really impressed me here. Wait for it to close. And then while it's constructing, you can step out here and take a look at it while it's constructing. Now, I haven't figured out how to actually work the constructor just yet, so I wish I could show you some of that. But we're just going to do a quick tour of it. I'm the Doug DeMuro space engineer up in this mark, okay? So now let's move on to the next one. Refinery plant. And this is where you will get all of your materials refined and made into the components you need to actually construct ships. I really like this ladder gantry system. Like in all workplaces, there's a little vending machine there with the proper time. Crazy. And of course, funny enough, there's a restroom here. Real one. More storage for components. Now, check this out. Real refinery vibes here. And you can tell which is going into which there. I mean, the detail in the labeling. Almost second to none. This looks like a canister for fuel. It's just, geometry, but still. The way in which these things are done. The refineries. Oh my God. Then all the parts that are going into the refineries. And what they're refining. It's insane. All connected up too. See the green lights? They're all connected up. This is great right here. So this is a giant refinery. This thing can make some pretty beastly ships. I am just utterly impressed by the overall design of the shipyard. Then, of course, you have this outside window to see as things are getting constructed. And this is like the area where the engineers would be coming to just drop off all their stuff and maybe discuss trades, with this table here. It seems as though nothing was overlooked in this design here. Nothing. Another restroom there. We're going over to Assembly Bay 1. And the refinery is in between Assembly Bay 1 and 2 so that it can be refining and distributing to both assembly bays at the same time with the same speed. And again, it's like the Assembly Bay 2. 1 is the same way. And the doors are also properly labeled as well. So. And the size of this thing is it will probably tax your system pretty good if you don't have a beefy system. So it's up there, but it's kind of worth it. I haven't been down here. Oh, this is new to me right here. Oh wow, I'm gonna take these stairs. I gotta see what this is up here. Because at first it took me a while to find a way to get to the outside area from inside. So it's a stair system that goes up to what? I'm hoping it's not a dead end. No, it's not. Constructor access. Oh, wow. I didn't see this in my previous walkthrough. Okay. Yeah, okay. You can just walk across that. We were on yeah, I would say we're in the underbelly, but we're basically in the center. But it's still pretty cool. And then it's another long system. Oh, okay, I thought it was another long walk down. Then you can just drop stuff off in that one. And there's another one here. Oh, oh, I didn't know that. This is wow. So this is basically what you would use to control while you're doing that, I guess. Yeah. Weld count, active welders. I am a bit surprised because I thought I found the control room for that earlier, and I did not. It even is connected with oxygen, so you're getting oxygen while you're in there. All right, let's head back. We're going to have to take it the fast road because that's a long walk. All right, and we have to wait for that door because it actually won't even open if we actually do it earlier. And production and docking to continue from where we were. This goes down to the production area, and you're in control of all the O2 and H2 down here. This turns on and turn off O2. Let's hit the thing so you can see here. So you just turn on and off the generators. This refills the generators. This checks the stockpile, and this is the O2 stockpile and the hydrogen stockpile. And then you have the readout there, the docking airlock. Now, I really like the fact that they're using all of those blocks that are new now to actually give a real worn feel and design to everything. As you can see, these are all oxygen and hydrogen tanks. Lockers for storage. Let that finish. And this takes us out. So just a good view, really. That's what this looks like to me. I mean, it doesn't really, you're just out here to take a look around, see what's going on. And another good touch, it actually says Cascade on it, on the side. It's insane. But yeah, Cascade Shipyard right there. There's even a walk area here. Let's see where this goes. A complete walk around on the outside. It's almost like you couldn't ask for anything more. Just in case you need to do some construction on the outside there. Oop. Now let's go to the command center. We'll continue where we were to make our way to the command center. And you would think it's a pretty long route back, but it's actually not. And that's another moniker of the good design. It's put together so well that it's like a streamlined way of doing things. So that's a ladder to get up there to those. You don't have to just take these stairs. Multiple access routes. This is that internal staircase right there that I came across. Oh, I didn't see that. Holy crap. Okay, well, we're going to pop down here. So there's a ladder system that goes down to here that takes you up this big staircase right to Cascade. I like that there's access to the outside. I mean, lots of access. You're not just all floating around. And so this is our factory constructor. Yeah, I believe this is the main bay that I landed in the first time. Yeah. This will take you to the... I believe this is the engineering section. This is where all the power is created and everything here. Cafeteria and store. So this is the relaxing area. Load off all your equipment. Sit on the couches. And just hang out, get food, look at plants. Yeah, this is the commons area here. Landing pad 1, and landing pad 2 and 1. Oh, and this is the cafeteria. Holy, wow. Yeah. So with the cafeteria, you look out, you can see the whole thing. So the reactor control, that's what this is called, the reactor control. And that's hangar. And here's a center hall right here. Central hall. And we have storage for basically everything. Vending machines. A ladder system. Med bay, restrooms, projector access. So this will be your restrooms. You come here to do your business right here. Okay, then we have, I do believe this is projector access. No, it's the underbelly. Now we're in the underbelly. And yes, it is projector access. So, like I said, I haven't figured out how to use this just yet. But so far, it looks like we're ready to project the red ship. Increase forward offset. So the controls are right in front of you as well. Menu up and down. It's all right here. And we'll pop on an outside view. And this is the way in. And these are the way out. That's why you have the X. No, don't go in this way. Come in this way. It's actually it's a very good design. A++, done to the nines. It really is. You cannot beat this. This is I don't know. I'm gonna have to check the workshop and see if I can find anything at this level. But the detail on this thing is beyond. Just about every box is ticked on this thing. Every box has been ticked. And this is very simple. The med bay. You go right on in here. Change out your character and everything in here. Storage. Seating. A place for the doctor to give you your medicine. And these, which I'm not going to take the stairs because it takes a while. I've already done that. You have your ship control systems there. Crew quarters, which are pretty nice. They have their standard beds. You get strapped in. So if go to sleep and there's a crash. A few plants. A common table. That's, and storage. That's the crew quarters. Then we pop on up to the top here. And this is where the business all comes together. The control center. Aha, the control center, which is covered in multiple places to sit for people to do work and track systems. All the pads let you know what's going on, if something's landed on the pad, if something's not landed on the pad, how much resources we have, how many resources we're using, what's being constructed, what's not being constructed. And it's all controlled from this seat here. Basically the commander's seat. And it's like a small building on top of a giant structure when you think about it. I have no words. Well, actually, I have plenty of words, and they're all positive. This is a very well thought and executed design. Super A+ on this. The Cascade Shipyard. A large production ship construction and repair dockyard. Equipped with a welding and construction gantry. It's everything you need. I'm going to have links in the description to all these amazing creations. I would say take time, check them out. It's the weekend. That's what it's here for. This would be the perfect thing to put inside of a survival role playthrough, where maybe you guys are running a dockyard and you show up to help other people fix their ships or something. This This is just an amazing design. I can't go on about it enough. Okay, that's it. That's it for the ship reviews. I'm just standing on one of my stupid creations. Most of my stuff got lost when I upgraded my system, so all of my creations are gone. And I didn't upload anything to the workshop, so yeah, it sucks. So we'll be back in 7 days with more ship reviews. So then, you guys be good to each other. Take care of yourself and take care of each other. I'll talk to you later.